What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the F1 2017 modded career mode. Back today for episode number 3, and last time out I once again gave you guys the choice of track, and you chose for me to go around Baku, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Once again, I'll leave it up to you guys to pick the track for next episode, and I'm just going to give you two choices today, and it's going to be between Spain, which of course you've got the real life Grand Prix at, I believe next weekend actually, and the other choice is going to be Suzuka, of course, in Japan. So let me know down below in the comments which one you want to see me race at for next time. But today's race is going to be a little bit different. Now, unfortunately, one of the members of the F1 community, Stephen, also known as F1 YouTubers on Instagram, now he was diagnosed with cancer, I believe a few months ago now, and as the F1 community we decided to do something, so a few of the guys, I believe Ryan, L83 and Alex Zaffro did a couple of streams this week in order to raise money. So yeah, I was actually planning to do a stream, but I can't do it with my computer, so what I'm going to be doing is dedicating this video to it instead. So I'll leave a link to the Just Giving page down in the description. Now Stephen needs to raise, I believe, £10,000 in order to get some treatment. So any even just £1 or £5, whatever you guys can give, I'll leave the link down in the description, of course. And if you guys could contribute anything, that would be fantastic. So what I'm going to be doing for today's video is I'm going to be donating £10 straight off the bat. And for every time I get overtaken on a DRS straight around Baku, which could be quite a few times, I'll donate an extra £1 as well. So yeah, it could be interesting to see how much I'll end up donating by the end. But yeah, you will have seen the championship on that side of me. I'm of course sitting in second place, but it's very early days at the moment. I think I qualified reasonably well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the race. Here we are then in Baku, and it's looking pretty dry for today's race, which definitely satisfies me after a very strange race last time out in Canada. Although it did actually bring us a pretty good result. So yeah, we're going to see what the grid is looking like for today's race then. And as you'll be able to see now, on pole position is Lewis Hamilton ahead of Sebastian Vettel, with Bottas and Raikkonen making up the rest of the top four. So yeah, Mercedes and Ferrari dominance once again, but I've managed to get into P5, which is pretty decent, with the Red Bulls 6th and 7th. I believe Lance Stroll in 8th. And then our teammate is there in 11th. So yeah, looking hopefully for a pretty decent result today. Strategy-wise, it's telling us to go super softs and mediums. Now, the times are pretty similar between that and the super soft, soft strategy. So, I don't know, one less stop and quicker, it makes it very, very tempting to do that. So, I'll see how the medium times hold out anyway. So, I'm going to be starting on the super softs regardless, and we'll see how we go. This is it then, the formation lap is over, and we are getting to the 5 red lights for the European Grand Prix, and we are away. Now, it's a decent enough start. We are on the pad today, remember, so a little bit more difficult to get off the line. I'm not as used to it, especially with this mod. But as we go into turn 1, we've actually made up a position up into P4. Vettel is going to squeeze us out. It's been a brilliant start from Valtteri Bottas. He is up into the lead of this Grand Prix from 3rd on the grid. We are settling into P4 as Vettel is going to make it 3 wide now going into this turn. We will try and capitalise on any mistakes from them. Vettel has gone right on the inside. This is going to be an opportunity to possibly go around the outside. Hamilton's tried to squeeze us out, and he has done so successfully. Now we've got to be wary of Raikkonen behind us. Now, what an interesting start this has been. Maybe another opportunity down the inside. Vettel could have squeezed himself out there. It is so tight between Vettel and the two Mercedes. Vettel has got into the wall and has then tagged us on the way through. And that is such a disappointment. We've lost a part of our front wing. And as that pretty much negated the chance of a one-stop now. And oh dear, oh no, there's no way we're getting through there. There's no way we're getting through there. We've already lost the full front wing, and it's only lap 1. It is disaster already. We're just going to have to nurse it on the way back round to the pits. And I think we'll end up putting the medium tyres on and just see how we can go. This, oh, it's just such, it was looking like such a good start, but now it's going to be difficult. Now the team reckon we can go soft as we're about to peel into the pit lane now. So we're going to take their word for it. Is that Vettel as well? I think he is also in the pit lane. So the pit lane comes up pretty... yes, there we go. Nice job there. So we're going to fit the soft tyres and just see how far we can go. Now I'm so disappointed that we can't at least see whether this one stopper is going to work. But as you can see, they're putting these soft tyres on, as well as a new front wing. This is painful. There's a few other cars in the pit lane as well, so there must have been quite a few big incidents, including both of the McLaren Hondas. They're double stacking on the first lap of the race, which just about sums up their 2017 season, to be honest. But I'm surprised both of them made it through the first lap. But we join in P19 just behind Sebastian Vettel, so if we can try and keep with him during this stint, then we may have a chance at getting some decent points. Oh, we're looking quicker than Vettel on this lap. Now, whether Vettel has actually got some more damage, apart from just the front wing, I don't know. It could be the case because, you know, in qualifying we were quite a bit behind the Ferraris. We were ahead of the rest of the pack, but, you know, we were quite a bit behind him. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see how this develops, and we may actually be able to clear him pretty early on. Or it must be a braking issue, because as you can see on the exit of corners, Vettel's doing all right, but under braking, he's just nowhere at the moment. So if we can get a decent run through here, and on heavy fuel, it's so difficult through this section of track. But no, we're in the slipstream now, and it looks as if we're going to pass Vettel. It's going to be an easy move. I can't believe that it was that easy to get past Sebastian Vettel. So we're up into P18 now. DRS has been enabled, but hopefully we're going to be getting none of that behind us from Vettel. But yeah, just got a clear bit of track now. Try and get into just into a decent position, get into a good groove. I think that's what it's all about around this circuit, is getting into a good groove, especially in that middle sector, and yeah, just gain as much time as possible. Vettel has managed to keep pretty close this lap, and it's going to be interesting now under DRS to see whether he can get the run on us. We're trying to break the toe now as we're on the inside, as we're going to have to go back over to brake, and we do manage to survive that lap, still in P18. End of lap 5, and we're actually catching up to the guys ahead now, one of which is Pascal Wehrlein in the Sauber. And you know what, now might be a good time to say hello to hopefully a few people. Now, if you guys don't know, then I appeared on the Pit Lane podcast with Arav, Cal and Tom last week. So if you haven't checked that out, I do encourage you to do so, as it looks as if there's someone with an issue up ahead. So yeah, obviously I gained quite a few subscribers from that, which was quite nice. So if you are one of the guys who's come over from there, then thank you very much for that. And it's Wehrlein with the issue, actually. But yeah, that's given me a nice little boost, and really enjoyed going on the podcast. Some really nice comments as well. So yeah, very enjoyable. Oh, safety car. That is interesting. I don't know what the hell that's for. I'm going to take a quick look on the replay to see what actually happened there. Taking a look on the replay, and you can see there the Sauber, I think it is of Wehrlein, is just completely conked out by the looks of it. And there's a bit of debris as well from the McLaren. And there you can see he just goes straight out of the race. So I assume that's what it's for. I'm not going to be complaining one bit, though, because that brings me right back into the sort of into play, I guess. Although some cars may make a pit stop, which is almost like a free pit stop for them. So I guess we'll see how it pans out. Right, we're going to make a bit of a bold call, I think. We're going to come into the pits. Now, Perez, my teammate, has just been in the pits. But if I pit now, then I shouldn't actually have to come in for the rest of the race. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to fit the medium tyres for the final 19 laps of the race. I mean, I'm pretty much at the back of the queue anyway, so I might as well be right at the back, or pretty much right at the back. And there you can see they are... Actually, yes, they are taking the tyres off. Bit of a slow stop. I don't know whether it's because Perez was in the pits just in front of me. But, yeah, we'll rejoin probably pretty much at the back. Yeah, we'll see what we can do from here. And there we go. Just like that, we have caught up to the back of the train. Now, obviously, we're not going to be making any more pit stops for the rest of the race, so I probably would have put an annotation on screen by now, but what I'm going to change the little charity challenge to is that if I make any DRS overtakes as well, then I will donate £1. So, obviously, I've already made... actually, no, it wasn't under DRS. I haven't actually made any DRS passes yet, I don't believe, but I'm hoping to make quite a few on this restart, so... God, this could turn expensive for me. Right, safety car is in this lap, so we've really got to be on the ball as we come out of this final proper corner of the circuit. We're on a bit lower fuel now, so the final section should be a lot easier. And we are still just... Oh, my word. Okay, right, that was good. We went a little bit too early there, ahead of Van Dorn. And the limiter, it says, is active, and we are preparing to resume racing. And we will be away sooner rather than later. Come on, just... There we go. There we go. Now, Felipe Massa is out of the race straight away. And we are up into P17. And we're going to make a couple more overtakes. Oh, my word, that is Massa. That is what happened to Massa. And that's apparently 2 illegal overtakes, which was a little bit harsh, seeing as there was just a car stricken at the first corner. But nonetheless, we're going to try and go down the inside of the Toro Rosso. There's a little bit of contact there. And I think that may even lose us another position. That was Daniel Kvyat. And we've got Rio Haryanto just behind us in the manor. And we're just going to stick behind Kvyat for the meantime. We don't want to make any rash moves. Of course, we haven't got to actually make any more pit stops in this race now. We've actually used every single compound of tyres as well. And it is only lap 11. But yeah, sticking into P15, I'm quietly confident we can get a few DRS moves. Oh, Alonso out of the race as well. Now, that could possibly, again, cause a safety car. We'll have to see. I think it's down at the turn 8 as well. So that could definitely be an opportunity. I've only just caught this on replay. But as you can see, down at turn 8, I think that is that Wehrlein? I'm going to have a look whether it is Wehrlein or Ericsson. No, it is Wehrlein. But, oh my word, and that is Hamilton as well who's been held up. That is bizarre. Still one more lap until DRS is going to be enabled, but Gutierrez, who takes the place in the second manner in this mod, has been dispatched, as has Daniel Kvyat. We have got a lot of power in this Mercedes engine in this race. Obviously, it took Perez. This car took Perez to third in the 2016 Grand Prix, so it's definitely got the pace around this circuit. But we've got to put it to good use, as there's quite a big gap now in front of us, and we've got to try and keep Kvyat behind us, who isn't on the DRS as of yet. But he's going to try and go down our inside. We hold our position, and we have stayed in P12. Well, his teammates had some expeditions today, but Marcus Ericsson seems to be, you know, holding himself together in that Sauber, and he's doing a very good job up in 11th. And it's the start of a very big train, which we will gladly join the back of. And this must go quite a way up the order. There's someone at the front of this train who must be going so slowly, because there's another 3 cars that have joined the back of me as well. I'm not quite sure who it is, but I tell you what, we are going to line ourselves up for a lot of DRS overtakes, hopefully, which my wallet may not like, but I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Here we go then, first DRS zone. Are we going to be able to get some DRS? That is the question. Yes, we are. But so will pretty much all the cars in this whole train, and we forgot to put it on. Someone's in the pits. Ericsson is going for the move on Grosjean, who mustn't have DRS, and we actually make up 2 positions there. That is £2 to add to the total, and we are up into P9. We're actually up into the points now, and boy, did that DRS spice things up. We've also got it to defend from the guys behind, which is going to be vital, so we're going to try and break the slipstream now by just sort of moving about a little bit, going up into 8th gear, and braking. No troubles there. Oh, it looks like a Renault and a Toro Rosso at the front of this train, which would explain, definitely, why the likes of Ricciardo and Verstappen are being held up by them. So this could be interesting. If we can clear them, then we've got a very, very good chance of scoring some good points here. Oh, it's Jolyon Palmer in 5th position, who has probably just fluked his way there. And that is why every single person in this train is being held up. And I knew there was a logical explanation for all this. I think we're a little bit too far back to make a move on Ricciardo now. But of course, we have got another DRS zone after these couple of corners. We are actually going to make a little move down the inside. And we've got the move done. A little bit aggressive maybe, but we do get the move done on Ricciardo. And that is an important one to get done. Oh, Sainz going down the inside of Palmer. And there we go. Carlos Sainz, in the real-life Grand Prix, he always seems to put himself in those sort of positions. And he is up into P5 in this one. And it would just be Sainz's luck for him to have like some sort of engine failure or something. But we'll see how he goes. But just as long as we can get past him, I don't mind what he does. Oh, Palmer is going so slowly. Literally, this is ridiculous now. Even Sainz is considerably pulling away from Palmer, which does concern me. And there's a move down the inside there. I did not expect to be pulling that one off on Verstappen, but I think that's definitely compromised us as we are now going through this section. We still can't really take that flat. I don't know whether it's because I'm on a pad or what, but that section we are struggling with, and now we are surely going to get at least one overtaken once on this straight. We're trying to break the slipstream, and actually we're gaining on the cars behind who have the DRS, and that my friends, is the difference between a Mercedes engine and a Renault engine. Oh, what a move down the inside. Once again, I just didn't expect to be making that move. But Palmer has been so slow on this lap that I've managed to catch easily back up to him. And it's going to be questionable whether he'll even get DRS off us. That's how far back he is now. So we're up into P5. Now, we've got to really go in pursuit of Carlos Sainz ahead. Our teammate, I believe, is in P3. So he's having a great race. And the tyres will be marginal as Palmer now comes into the pit lane. Yeah, the tyres will be marginal. But if we can leave ourselves enough of a gap and the cars ahead pit, we can maybe even afford to pit near the end for some super softs. Oh my word! What the hell has happened there? Is that Lance Stroll? Something's happened, but we are somehow... No, sorry, Stroll's ahead of us. We're up into P3, and once again, I'm going to have to take a look at the replay. So it actually looks as if it's a lap car. Once again, it's a Renault. This time it's Nico Hülkenberg, who is just slowing down and weaving everywhere. And there we go, down the inside. And everyone else has just... It's just stuck behind him. What are the AI doing? And who'd have thought I've been saying this on lap 1? We could possibly... Well, we should really be getting a podium in this race. We could possibly even win it. I think Raikkonen's quite a long way ahead, as you can see on the minimap. But Lance Stroll is, what, 7 seconds ahead? That is more than catchable if we can keep at our current pace. I'm really, really feeling in the groove with this circuit now, as you'll be able to tell from those few corners. But, yeah, I feel like we can do bits around here. We've gone purple through the first 2 sectors, so it'll be interesting to see first of all, what the gap to Stroll is going to be up ahead, and also whether it is the fastest lap. It isn't, but we are only 5.9 behind Stroll now, so we've gained over a second on him in that lap. I tell you what, the pursuit is most definitely on. Lap 19 was a poor one for us. We only managed to gain 2/10 on Stroll. We need more than that here, and it's not... Oh my, that's an awful final sector from us. It's still 5 seconds, the gap, so we're going to have to be really getting our heads down. And the question is, have these medium tyres just gone away from us a little bit in the last couple of laps? Stroll is within sight ahead of us, so we'll see what the gap is here. And I'll just show you how much we lose in this final sector. So the gap is now down to 3.7. But it's this section of corners which we just can't seem to hook up on the pad. I mean, whenever I've done it on the wheel, it seemed fine. Actually, we were flat through there that time, so... Maybe it's just a tighter line that we have to take, I'm not sure, but I'm still pretty sure that we'll lose time. So the gap was 3.7 at the end of Sector 2, and at the end of Sector 3, we were in rich mix. It is 3.8, and there's literally nothing else we could have done there. Now, considering we're gaining considerably in the other sectors, we're going to have to come up with something special in that final sector, I think. Let's see whether we can get this gap under 3 seconds as we approach now the final 4 laps. So, ideally I want to catch him with a lap or 2 to go so we can get a little bit of DRS off him and pass him easily. And there we go. It's down to 2.7. Very, very good lap that time. A little bit down in the last one as we get a tank slapper on the exit of Turn 1. Probably because we are in rich mix. But, honestly, these tyres, you'll be able to see how much I'm locking up now. They're starting to go away from me, but I have faith that we can catch Stroll ahead and get that P2. So just a quick thing that I didn't actually notice when I was recording, and that is the fact that as we came onto the final lap of the Grand Prix, you can see here Kimi Raikkonen is just coming through, the race leader, and he hits the back of the lapped Renault of Nico Hülkenberg, which means he has to come into the pit lane, leaving myself and Stroll to be the front 2 in the race. So yeah, I just thought I'd point that out before we get to this part of the race. We're approaching the final lap now, and finally we have DRS on Stroll. The question is it going to be a lap too late? Now, I'm just going to ride on board for the whole of this final lap. And what? Stroll's in the lead? Wait, when did I did not notice Raikkonen pit. So all of a sudden, this is for the race win. This is strange. Very, very strange. Now, I'm going to have to knock it down into lean mix, I think, for this middle sector. But, oh my word, this is for the race win. This is huge now. So, we knock it down. Going to go all the way down to 2nd gear. And although it isn't optimal to be in lean mix, obviously, we're going to have to do it. And could we be taking the first win of this series around Baku, of all places, where we were basically at the back at Baku? Now that's a pun and a half. Now this could be huge. This could be huge. Now we've just got to get this section right. This isn't the overtaking section. So all we've got to do is not mess it up at the castle. as we come through here. Little bit of a lock-up. We're locking up everywhere. These tyres are completely shot. Now, we've got plus 0.12 on fuel. I'm just going to have to go for it now. I'm going to have to go for it. This is going to be so difficult. I don't think we're going to be able to make a move unless we can somehow pull it off here. Oh, this is going to be agonising. One more lap and I've got him. One more lap and I've got him. I'm telling you. As we come through here now, can we get a run on him to the line? No, we're going to run out of fuel. We're going to run out of fuel. We're going to run out of fuel, I think. As we come through, nah, we're going to have to get off the throttle. And Lance Stroll, it looks as if he's going to win the race. We're going to stay in standard mix. We're going to have to risk it. We're going to have to go up into Rich. Come on. Come on the run to the line. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to be side by side. No, we run out of room. And, oh, we were that close to winning. Oh, Raikkonen absolutely bottled the strategy there. And, well, Williams have won. I don't really know what to say about that. I don't think we'll be seeing that this season. Lance Stroll on the top of the podium, but wow, what a race that was. Unfortunately, I didn't actually make that many DRS overtakes, but I will count them up once again. But I believe I made 4. I could be wrong, but yeah. Nonetheless, I'll be donating the £14 to Stephen on the Just Giving page. Another reminder to just check it out and donate whatever you can. But there we see Lance Stroll spraying the champagne. I am there in second place, and Kimi Raikkonen, well, quite what he was doing, I don't know, but he still takes third place. Doesn't look overly happy with that. Lance Stroll, or Valtteri Bottas, who it actually is, looked absolutely ecstatic. And there you can see the final race results. Carlos Sainz managed to finish ahead of Lewis Hamilton, so Hamilton was actually in 4th. So I'm not sure quite what happened to him and his teammates, who were very, very close. Just look how close I was as well to the win, which is agonisingly close. And yeah, Perez, our teammate, was very unlucky to only get 7th. He was up in 3rd at one point. Verstappen, Ricciardo and Vettel round out the points. Palmer there down in 12th. And there you can see a couple of DNFs. Hulkenberg also a lap down and causing carnage as well. But wow, that was something else. So I kind of forgot to record an outro when I did the video yesterday. But as you can see on that side of me, I've got the driver's standings. We've actually moved down a position. Although we are closer now to Hamilton at the top of the championship. The gap's only 15 points and we've now gone 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Is that a sign for the next race? Let's hope so. Leave a comment down below if you've enjoyed this one. And of course, don't forget to donate to Stephen if you can. But yeah, I'll be back for another video pretty soon. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.